In this video, I'll show you how to turn your photos into pencil sketches in Affinity. Let's get started. If you'd like to follow along with me, I've left a download link to the photo that I'll be using in the video description. So this technique is pretty fun, and if you follow these exact steps, it will work so well for your photos. Now, I find this technique works really well when your photo has a clear subject, like a portrait of a person or an object, and a blank background. But it can really work well with any type of photo. To begin, let's duplicate our photo layer with Command or Control J. Then, with this duplicate copy, let's invert it with Command or Control I. So now the colors are reversed. We have one normal layer and one reversed layer, and we're going to blend these together. So I'll go up here to our blend modes, and I'll change the blend mode of this top layer to color dodge. With this blend mode, the layers have been blended together, and your document should look white. Next, let's apply a Gaussian blur to this top layer. I'll go to our filters, and I'll apply the Gaussian blur. And then I'll raise the radius. By blurring just this top layer, you'll begin to see details on the edges of your subject. And the more you raise this radius, the more detail you'll bring back. I think for this photo, somewhere around 10 pixels looks pretty good. But it might be different for your photo, so play around with the radius to see what you like. Next, I want to remove the colors, so I'll go to our adjustments, and I'll apply the HSL adjustment. I'll lower this saturation slider all the way. And now you can really start to see this looks like a pencil sketch. We can make the pencil lines look darker by adding a curves adjustment. To make just these black areas even darker, I'm going to click and drag on this black point, and I'll bring it over to the right. You can see the more I bring it over, the darker these areas get. I'll just bring it over a little bit like this. And you can see what this looks like. Here's the before and after. Now, I think this has mostly made the outer pencil lines darker. I want the inner lines to be darker too, so that we can see more detail. So let's add another curves adjustment. And this time, as I click and drag on the black point, I'm going to watch the inner areas. So I think I need to bring it over a bit more for these inner areas. Then I'll close out of this. And so that this curves adjustment is only applied to the inner areas, I'm going to invert this with Command or Control I. And now that this layer is fully covered by a black mask, we can paint in white paint to reveal it over these inner areas. I'll grab my paintbrush, and then I'll switch my color to white. Just make sure your luminosity is 100% white. And then we can paint this just over the inner areas. I don't want any harsh cutoff areas if I miss spots, so I'm going to lower the hardness all the way, and I'll paint with a lower flow to gradually reveal this darkness. You can adjust the size of your paintbrush by using the bracket keys on your keyboard. With that done, I'll just show you the before and after of darkening those inner lines. To finish, you might notice a few areas on your photo that have little splotches. If you want to fully remove these areas, you can just add a new pixel layer, and then you can paint in white paint to cover that up. With that finished, I'll just hold Shift to select all of the layers we worked on. And now you can see the before and after. All right, we did it! Great job! If you enjoyed this video, I'll leave a link in the video description to my free Affinity course. In the course, you'll learn 10 simple steps to make any photo amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Affinity Revolution tutorial.